Sometimes you win. To simply have to win again. It can be easy to see these things as losing battles when minds and bodies need support, sustenance. When those who need to be spoken for are lining up and the numbers keep growing. Motivation steadily moving because change is necessary. When communities lie in the balance, becoming collateral damage, it becomes time for advocacy, for education, for litigation. A situation where people rely on other people within their community to serve as highly accessible change agents. That's how this is navigated. It's simple. Simple in how it simply requires seeing the bigger picture, how the system works, a series of levers and pulleys waiting for decisions to be made and progress to make way. Say what you need to when needed and have a ready, willing, and able arm for her hand up in any situation, because we all know, with all hands on deck, no stone gets left unturned. No idea is a bad one. No fight is a losing one. Simply keep pushing. Buttons, the envelope, the conversation, because that's what the point is. Conversation, solutions, networks to voice and build a resistance, an instance of rallying the rabble-rousers to answer the call, because sometimes you answer the phone and it's the governor. And that's a good thing. And sometimes those phone calls cancel flashbobs via mob boss-like sentiment, reaching out from the platform, from the big chair. Sometimes you find opponents in powerful places. Enemies emerge in governor's offices, and it doesn't matter because it's bigger than partisan politics and budgets. It's about community, the state. It's about people, not pocketbooks. It's about 18 employees and a plan. This is how change happens. This is what it looks like. This is what it feels like. It feels like love. It articulates itself beautifully in opposition to the forces that attempt to hold communities back. Instead, they flow forward. Life's work, a flood in the name of access, justice, equity. In the name of equality, in the name of peace, in the name of love. Because this is where we come from. A place where nobody is invisible. Everyone deserves a break in the silence, an opportunity to speak, write, read. These things taken for granted are fought for, tooth and nail, budget and gavel, hand in hand, because this is what it takes. Compassion, patience, poise, all while being a bulldog for justice, because our communities need us, warriors, fashioned from 20 years of learning how to listen, now responding, meeting needs that seem to keep growing, but so do the numbers that speak in favor of those who were formerly invisible. We see you now, treat you now, feed you now, Medicaid, SNAP, equal rights, equal pay. It's all about access. Fighting for what we shouldn't have to fight for anymore, especially when basic human necessities are the spoils. When did we forget how to share? How can we be reminded? Remember? It's about being fair, because life just isn't. And sometimes people need assistance, collaboration and community, a common voice of resistance, because really, it's not about being at ease. It's about taking action, making insufficient efficient, the inequitable and inadequate not so. So it's our job, the fighters, movers, doers, problem solvers, to make this community our problem. Better yet, the product of some solution through common vision, not only providing a band-aid as aid, but instead shifting laws that make and break systems, because it's about us. It's about beauty, community, purpose. We've come so far, but we've got much work to do. We've only begun to scratch the surface.